Ramon's a tough guy. I thought, in this game, the biggest play of the night was we were kind of leaking all there because we just couldn't make a shot. Ramon had an offensive rebound, put back, got fouled. Typical Cougar fashion. He got the offensive rebound, he made it, and he missed the free throw. Jesus, Ramon. Just when we had something going. I thought him and Mercy, they've kind of, early in the season, they've kind of been in and out of the rotation, but because they're both great kids, their attitudes have been terrific. And that's why I wanted them to come. That's why I wanted to bring them here tonight, just to make sure they heard from me. I was proud of them. It's not easy to sit on the bench and, am I going to play? I'm not going to play. I didn't play much tonight. Meanwhile, you got these guys in there. Like Sacco was witness protection program against Tennessee. So I said, you know what? You don't get to do that. I threw Sed in there. Sed went in there. Says the only guy I know that can play 8.5 minutes and have the exact same stat sheet across the board as if he had not played. That's hard to do. Check Sed's stat line out. That's hard to do. So, but 3 games in 3 days. I'm not going to sit here. It's done last year. We just wanted to go on a cruise for 3 months after we lost the one here last year. But I'm glad I stayed, and I'm going to stay again this year too.
Kelvin, to have a guy like Ramon that you can sort of turn to in games that you need him, what kind of difference does it make as a coach to sort of that security?
Yeah, the fact that he stayed and has been with the program in 2022, so it would have been 21, 22, right? He was a freshman and playing pretty good. He and Kyler Edwards were kind of going at each other one day, and Moan's hand fell kind of funny, and I don't remember if Kyler fell, but he had to have surgery. That would have been early November, late October, and just to show you, God looks out for you sometime. The morning that Tremont Mark had surgery on his labrum, and then that night Marcus Sasser broke his 5th metatarsal. And we lost them both for the year. Ramon came back. That same night, Kyler had a grade 3 or 4 ankle sprain. So we go play Temple with 3 guards, Jamal Shedd, Tajay Moore, and Ramon. Our backup guard was Fabian White. Our starting center was Reggie Chaney, and I think Josh Carlton was. But that team just. My point is that at the end of the year, we beat the Big Ten champs, Illinois, to go to the Elite Eight. Then we beat Arizona, the Pac-12 champs, and he was the 6th man. Played 25 minutes against Arizona, hit a huge 3. Won the game for us at Wichita State in double overtime. So Ramon's been through a lot. He's had a ton of injuries, but he's still standing. And as a coach, I know we're not playing very good right now. But there's still silent victories. I like Ramon. Hung in there. And tonight does what he does. That'll put fuel in his engine. Mercy's really not that bad a shooter. He ain't Steph Curry, but he ain't that bad. He's letting the rest of the team rub off on him. But he goes in there and makes 4 free throws. Khalifa doesn't play the first half because I'm mad at him for how he played last night. He goes in there the second half, battles, makes 2 free throws. So, there's not many games where I'm going to have a chance to do something like this. But the guys that go in there with the right attitude and take advantage of the opportunity, that'll help them next time around too.
Ramon, I just want to take what Kelvin said and just ask you, what does it feel to sit next to him and hear him talk about you like that? How does that help you as a player, and what does it mean to you?
It feels great. Through all the things that he said, he's been there by my side through all of it. So just, hearing him say that, it makes me feel good. And I know he feels good about, having me back. Just being a guy that's been in a program who knows what he wants and how to project that to the other guys. It just feels really good hearing him say that.
And then from a team perspective, given your veteran role on the squad, getting 3 games in 3 days, in your view, what are the biggest lessons you take away from this trip as you get ready to head home for Thanksgiving and prep for the second portion of your schedule?
That we have a lot to work on, and we're not supposed to be the best team right now. It's November, so we got to go back, work on some things that we weren't very good at, here, and, finish out the rest of non-conference and then get ready for, conference play.
Kelvin, if I could go back where you mentioned silent victories, what are some of those that you maybe saw this week or maybe the first month of the season?
Well, I've seen this. I think the thing that we're missing is just game-to-game consistency from whoever. Like Kingston was great one night. On that same night, against Auburn, we didn't play great against Auburn. We had 2 guys play good, Cenac and Flemings. Emmanuel and Milos, and those guys weren't very good in that game. Yesterday, we had a team shoot 17 free throws. Second half, we shot 2, but we're down 1 with a minute and something to go, or 2 minutes to go. I don't think we played very good at all, especially defensively. So it's there, the consistency though. Can we get Milos and JoJo and Emmanuel, Kingston? Can we get multiple guys playing good on the same night? That's where we were this time last year. We weren't very good this time last year. When I left here last year, got a long way to go. And I'm saying pretty much the same thing this year. But the thing that happened, we started getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys all start playing good at the same time, and now you're not the same team anymore. Like, people are judging us right now, see us fragmented. But there's some teams, and we've played them. There's some teams that play their best basketball in November. I'd rather play my worst basketball in November. Just stay with it. Sometimes you just got to keep showing up every day. We're doing the right things. This program hasn't. The face has changed, but the things that we do is, where did we go? I mean, I don't even want to say out loud what we were for the field the second half. Now, I know some of that's 3 games, 3 days, legs, overuse, usage rate, and all that. But of the 3 teams, we held 2 of them. Low shooting percentage. Tennessee was plus 20 on the boards coming into yesterday. We out-rebounded them by 8, I think. So we're good here, and we're good here, and we're good here, but there's nothing that connects us yet. But it will eventually, and we're going to be a good team eventually.
Kelvin, on the foul trouble issues, do you think that's just like November basketball, and how much of a concern are you with it?
How old are you?
22.
Okay, so 8 years ago you were 14? Hoss, we've been fouling since you was born. That was not, especially with that crew out there tonight. We foul a lot. It's hard to say anything to the referees. I mean, they're very democratic with the whistle. I mean, this guy had 4, this guy had 4, this guy had 5, this guy had 4, this guy had 5. We've won a lot of games fouling everybody out. One of those guys we had when we played Texas A&M. I think they went to the free throw line 50 times. You guys check that, make sure I'm right. It's 40-something for sure. We beat Texas A&M to go to the Sweet 16. That was in Memphis, I think. We had, they shot 40-some free throws. So if you know anything about us, you know the answer to that question. We're 45. That's what I thought. How many did they make? We didn't guard the free throw line very good that night. We've been guarding it pretty good up to this point. Tonight was one of our, how many did they make tonight? 16 for 21. I knew that our defense was no good when Brutus went up there and banked 2. That was not, our mojo's not working. Our mojo was working the other day. Who did we beat the other day? Yeah, sir.
Hey, Kelvin, I wanted to ask about the pregame prep process, playing 3 games in 3 days. How did you as a staff structure that, and especially last night not knowing your opponent until later on?
Yeah, that was interesting. Of course, the not knowing the opponent took a back seat to the disappointment of not playing better. You know, sometimes it's not about whether you win or lose, just want your team to play better. And that's kind of where I was last night. But our trainer and our strength coaches, we travel with ice tubs, and they do an awesome job preparing for that. I don't do a whole lot in that area, but John Houston, Bilal Batley, and Coach Bishop, those guys are awesome in that area. But I always look at it that we're all in the same boat. It's our first game, it's our second game in 2 days, it's also theirs. Today, Notre Dame's third game in 3 days, so we're not operating from a deficit. We're all the same. So it's just your attitude and how you approach it. But today, we came out and very unlike us, we were making a lot of shots. And then reality set in, and, we got back to doing what we do best. But I thought our defense and our rebounding hung in there and helped us win the game. Eventually, those balls are going to start going in. The guys that are missing a lot of the shots really are good shooters. Milo shot 43% last year. Emmanuel shot 40+%. Mercy's a good shooter. Isaiah Hartwell's a good shooter. But right now, we just need to keep showing up with the right attitude. It'll turn around. We have good shooters on this team. Okay.